Are you curious about who is moving to Panama right now? In just the last 45 days, we've helped clients from California, Canada, Switzerland, Nigeria, even China, and they are all coming for different reasons. So today, I want to share some of those stories with you because I think they paint a really interesting picture of what's happening in Panama right now. So just so you know, my team and I, we track every transaction we close. So that's like buyers, renters, short-term, long-term. And I asked them to kind of break down where our clients are from, why they chose Panama, and where they ended up. So I think kind of as you start looking at all that together, you're going to start to see some clear patterns about what is driving people here. And because we work across the city, beaches, mountains, I think we get a pretty 10,000 foot view of what's pulling people, or in some case, pushing people to Panama. So one of the strongest themes that we're seeing in the last 45 days, because that's kind of when we started this survey, is cost of living. North Americans, especially, at least in this last period from states like California, Florida, and New York, some of them came from retirement, others came for just a more affordable lifestyle and are still working. An example, so I think his name's Tom, Napa, so he's based in Napa, and he said, California, costs are just getting out of control, so he bought a penthouse. He was working with Matthew in El Cangrejo, where he could live in the middle of the city for a fraction of what he'd spend back home. Another couple this last month from Tennessee retired here and settled into the San Francisco neighborhood. Their plan is to fly back and forth for the next 5 years as they're approaching retirement. So, I would say some of these moves are not just about saving money. They're also kind of a quality of life angle. We heard cited walkable neighborhoods, good health care, chance to enjoy life a bit more without the financial stress. So that's, cost of living and kind of quality of life overall. So another pattern, Europeans and Canadians, we did some deals with them over this last period. They cited stability and opportunity. We worked with a buyer from Switzerland, renter from Denmark, renter from the Netherlands, a couple families from Toronto. Their motivations range from getting a residency visa to planting a flag outside their home country for banking and, as they said, currency diversity in their portfolios. So one of our Swiss clients, fifth visit to Panama, fifth. Hey, that's okay. Finally narrowed down the area to El Cangrejo because he decided after all that he did not want to have a car. He ended up in a project called Amara, which is a pre-construction project. His plan, rent it out in between tenants. So not Airbnb, but when you get those gaps, he's going to fly in, enjoy his property for a while, and then put it back on the market. Another family from Toronto came here looking for affordability and good education for their kids. I think their last name was Tomlinson. They found that in Costa del Este, they found the International School of Panama. For them, they cited in particular safety, strong dollar economy, U.S. dollar economy, and a chance to diversify their lives geographically. And they didn't bat an eyelash over the $1,500 a month tuition at ISP, which is the international school I just mentioned, compared to what sounded like almost 3 times that in Canada. So they found our private school system to be very affordable compared to what they were looking at. We also got professionals over this last period. Nigeria, Philippines, Brazil, and China all in the last 45 days or so. Some came for job opportunities. Some came for business. They run businesses. And some, again, better quality of life. Eve from Nigeria, she works at one of the NGOs out at the City of Knowledge. She chose Clayton because she wanted to be close to work and live in a community that to her felt kind of familiar and international at the same time. We worked with Melody from China. She chose Bellavista because, according to her, she felt very safe in that area, and she also liked the residency benefits that she was going to get in terms of taxes in China. So last month, like I said, Nicaragua, also Costa Rica, and even from within Panama. One client, I think it's Joe from Cleveland. He'd been living in Coronado, but he decided to move to the city. Again, Bella Vista, which is a big area. That's Balboa Avenue, even to an extent Marbella. So he moved from the beach to the city because, I mean, honestly, he was getting a little bored out at the beach. It's not for everybody. He gave it a few years and said, hey, I like coming and going to the city, and I'm going to try living in the city for a while. He just wanted that community. We even had a Panamanian decide, he wanted to get, it was a family, they wanted to get an upgrade from Parque Lefebvre to San Francisco. Both good areas. Parque Lefebvre is a bit more affordable. So San Francisco, kind of an upgrade. So definitely getting a nice diverse mix of people, retirees, remote workers, people that want their dollars to go further. Also investors who want some exposure to a US dollar economy without necessarily investing in the US. Growing country were cited as kind of some of the reasons they like the trend that Panama was on. And then people coming out here to work or start new jobs, look for business opportunities. So, Panama being the banking and transportation hub that attracts a lot of people as well. So in the last month, families from Atlanta, New Jersey, and California coming to Panama for a better education and a more global perspective. Vergara family, they were from Atlanta, and they said, we want to get out of the suburban bubble. We feel like everything and everyone around us is the same, and we don't want our kids growing up in that environment. So July and August, we had clients leaving high-cost countries like the U.S. and Canada and Spain. Spain is a new one on that list. Just said that they were just not sustainable. It felt like retirement was not going to be a possibility. Others were looking for stability and a passport option, like Melody from China, I said earlier. Others cited lifestyle. So, city, beach, mountain. I think what these stories have in common is the search for a better quality of life. And Panama right now is offering that in ways that resonate with different people. So if you've been thinking about Panama, hopefully this gives you a sense of just how many different reasons people are making the move, whether you're in California, Toronto, London. Chances are we've already helped someone like you. So today I'd like to invite you to reach out and let's see how we can help you make Panama your next chapter. Thanks for watching. Do lots of updates, lots of property tours on this channel. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. And hey, if you have any comments or ideas for future videos, I'm all ears. Have a great day.